Live from Citizens Bank Park, which was opened back in 2004. This is a National League matchup in baseball between the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hello, fans. I'm Nicholas Callas. The two stars you see right there, Manny Machado and Bryce Harper, signed two of the biggest contracts in free agent history, about to face off here at the home of the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's Aaron Nola starting on the mound. He really made himself an ace after having some years to progress as a pitcher. .237 average last year, 17-6 record in 33 games with the Philadelphia Phillies. He gets the start tonight. He earned the ace job over Jake Arrieta, who was signed in the offseason of 2017 and 2018. Arrieta's still a good pitcher, but Nola has really embedded himself as the ace of this Phillies staff. Ian Kinsler stands to the plate now, takes ball one. So Ian Kinsler up to the plate. Signed a deal in the offseason, a 3-year deal with the San Diego Padres to play second base. He was supposed to play third base a little bit when some prospects came up, as that pitch is fouled off, because there are a lot of middle infield prospects coming up for the Padres this offseason. But Kinsler was supposed to move from second to third base after a while, but after the Padres signed Manny Machado, it looks like Kinsler is going to be a second baseman for all the while he's under contract for the next 3 years. That pitch called a strike. It's 1-2. A lot of good moves by the San Diego Padres this offseason. You got Garrett Richards signed to a 2-year deal. Of course, the first year of that, for the most part, he's going to be injured, but he'll be most likely be the ace of the team unless Joey Lucchesi does well this year, because he had a very good season last year in 2018. Talk about him a little bit when he steps up to the mound. It's a 2-2 count now on Ian Kinsler, the second baseman of the San Diego Padres. But the Padres signing Garrett Richards, signing Manny Machado, that's the big one. Signing Ian Kinsler. 2-2 pitch on the way, swing, chopped, foul. Of course, Eric Hosmer was a signing last offseason. Hasn't had great production, Hosmer hasn't, but at the same rate, still a lot of pieces to this puzzle going right for the San Diego Padres, and the Padres are going to be a team to be reckoned with in some ways in this competitive NL West. That pitch misses outside, count run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now, with Manny Machado awaiting on deck. So between two teams last season with the Red Sox and the Angels, Kinsler batted .240 with 14 home runs and 48 RBIs, as that pitch is chopped foul. After the trade to the Red Sox, Kinsler won a World Series, of course joining that really good Boston Red Sox team with J.D. Martinez, Mookie Betts, and several other names, as that pitch is flied into center field. McCutchen's going to call off Odubel Herrera, and McCutchen makes the catch for out number 1. So as Kinsler flies out, Manny Machado is going to be coming to the plate. But first we'll take a look at the lineup, and as you see there, 3 big names in the middle of the order. Manny Machado batting second, Hosmer batting third, and Will Myers batting fourth. 3 run-producing players on the San Diego Padres roster that can make a difference in any game. Of course, standing in now, Manny Machado, a guy who signed a 10-year, $300 million contract. At the time, it was the biggest free agent contract in the history of Major League Baseball. As he stands in, batted .297 last year with 37 home runs, 107 RBIs, all career highs for the young infielders. That pitch is called a strike, 0-1. Machado only 26 years of age, and he put up numbers so well, I should say, that he's gotten himself this contract, this 10-year, $300 million contract from a Padres team who was willing to spend money this offseason. That pitch misses outside, 1-1. On top of the good average in 2018, Machado's won a Platinum Glove in 2013, a Gold Glove choice in 2013 and 15. He was a Home Run Derby participant in 2015, and made it to the World Series with the Dodgers in 2018. That was last season. That pitch called a strike. Good pitch by Nola. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Machado was playing for a Baltimore Orioles team last season that went 47 and 115. He was later traded to the Dodgers. His splits with them, 273 average with 13 home runs and 42 RBIs as that pitch misses outside. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Machado's numbers kind of slumped after he moved from Baltimore to Los Angeles. A little bit of pressure on him to perform in a much bigger market in Los Angeles than Baltimore. But still made it to the World Series, played shortstop, replaced Corey Seager as that pitch misses outside, count run full. But Machado was a temporary replacement for Corey Seager before Machado's contract was up, so Baltimore sent him to L.A. Then he was a free agent and signed that huge contract this offseason. Full count pitch from Nola. Pitch popped up, but that'll be foul. So count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is San Diego at Philadelphia. Top of the first inning, no score. Nola only at 15 pitches, already at 15 pitches to start this first inning. Pitch to Machado, swung over and missed, and that's out number 2. So Machado goes down swinging for the second out of this top of the first inning. Nola dealing well. And that'll bring up the left-hander Eric Hosmer. Hosmer a 253 average last season with 18 home runs and 69 RBIs to his credit. This matchup, though, goes in favor of Hosmer against right-handed pitching last season in 2018, a 295 average with 14 home runs. Against lefties, only a 179 average with 4 home runs. So the favor in this at-bat goes to Hosmer in this case. Just dominates right-handed pitching. 2-out pitch on the way from Nola. Swing. Foul ball down the right side. It's 0-1. Hosmer, a decent offensive player, but also known for his glove. He's won a Gold Glove in 2013, 14, 15, and 17 with the Kansas City Royals. That's 4 Gold Gloves for this young first baseman. Getting up there, is entering his age 29 season as that pitch is swung over and missed. It's 1 ball, 2 strike count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Nola trying to get out of this inning with no runs on the board. Pitch popped up, left side. Franco there. Franco makes the catch and the inning comes to a close. So no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base for the Padres as we head to the bottom of the first. San Diego, nothing. Philadelphia Phillies coming to bat. So on the mound for the San Diego Padres is Joey Lucchesi, a guy who opened some eyes for this Padres organization last season when he came up in 2018. Last year was his first year. He had an 8-9 overall record with a 4.08 ERA, 6'5", 204-pound left-handed pitcher as Andrew McCutchen steps to the plate. But this is a guy who's really opened some eyes for the San Diego Padres. As of right now, he's earned the ace spot for this San Diego team. Gets into the windup facing Andrew McCutchen. Now pitch taken, ball 1. Now, as for Andrew McCutchen, newly signed to a 3-year, $50 million contract. McCutchen, a former most valuable player in the National League. Been around a few teams now, though. He's played for the Pirates, where he won the most valuable player award. Played for the Giants after a trade between the Pirates and Giants in the 2017-2018 offseason. Was traded to New York in 2018 during the season with the New York Yankees from the San Francisco Giants, and then signed this big deal with the Phillies. Line drive right center field, that's going to fall. Cordero going to pick it up at the wall. McCutchen going to second base. Cordero throws it in to the cutoff man who throws it into Machado at third base. It's a leadoff double for Andrew McCutchen to start the Phillies' bottom of the first inning. Well, McCutchen's had pretty good numbers against left-handed pitching throughout his career. 276 average versus lefties between the years 2016 and 2018. That'll bring up Gene Segura. Runner on second base in the form of McCutchen and nobody out yet in the inning. Segura takes ball 1. So Gene Segura has yet to enter the free agent market, and here's why. He's been traded in his career a total of 3 times. The most recent trade coming to the Philadelphia Phillies from the Seattle Mariners. And that was right after he signed an extension with the Seattle Mariners in 2017, as that pitch is called a strike. That extension was a 5-year extension worth $70 million that he signed, and Seattle traded him 2 years later. That pitch misses. It's 2-1. So the Gene Segura deal that happened this offseason, Philadelphia sent Carlos Santana and J.P. Crawford to Seattle, and in exchange, Philadelphia got Gene Segura, Juan Nicasio, and James Pazos from the Mariners. 2-ball, 2-strike count now after that foul ball. Lucchesi comes set at the belt. Pitch. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Austin Hedges. Down to third goes McCutchen. Machado catches the ball, but no tag applied to McCutchen. It's a wild pitch that allows McCutchen to move to third and a full count on Gene Segura. That was a good jump by McCutchen. The ball just got away from Hedges over to his left side. McCutchen gets into third with ease, and now a good RBI chance for the Phillies, especially with Bryce Harper looming on deck. The full count pitch from Lucchesi. Breaking ball misses. Ball forward. Gene Segura is on first base. And now danger coming in. It's the $330 million man about to step into the batter's box in the form of Bryce Harper. So his splits from last season, Harper hit .249 with 34 home runs and 100 RBIs even. He had a career high in RBIs last season. The only reason his stats are so low, he had a very, very poor start to the season last year. He only hit .214 with still 23 home runs, but only a .214 average before the All-Star break. After the All-Star break, only hit 11 home runs as Lucchesi throws over to first, but the tag applied by Hosmer is too late. But Harper, after the All-Star break, hit 11 home runs and had a .300 average, so he hit for more average. As Segura goes, pitch called a strike, throw down to second by Hedges, tag applied by Guerrero, but it's too late. So now Segura takes second base on Lucchesi, and both runners in scoring position now with Bryce Harper at the plate. No balls, one strike on Bryce Harper, the former MVP, former Rookie of the Year, and the 6-time All-Star. Pitch just misses off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Lucchesi actually has a bit of an advantage in this at-bat. In 2018, Bryce Harper versus left-handed pitchers only hit .247 with 9 home runs. 1-1 pitch fouled off, counts 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strike count now. Joey Lucchesi in a little bit of trouble. Gene Segura represents the runner on second, and Andrew McCutchen represents the runner on third base. It was a leadoff double by McCutchen. A wild pitch moved McCutchen to third, and then Gene Segura walked. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming to Bryce Harper. Lucchesi's pitch. Swing and a miss, and that breaking ball sets down Harper, and that is a bullet dodged for the San Diego Padres. 1 out in the inning. Take a look at the lineup now for the Philadelphia Phillies, and that's just a few MVPs in there. You got Rhys Hoskins, who may be a future MVP, hit 34 home runs last season. JT Realmuto, that was acquired in a trade after having arguably the best year that he's had in his entire career in 2018 with the Marlins. Anyway, here comes Rhys Hoskins. .246 average last season, but he had highs in home runs and RBIs, had 34 home runs and 96 RBIs in 2018. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. Lucchesi not out of trouble yet. Gene Segura still stands on second base, and Andrew McCutchen on third base. Rhys Hoskins had as many home runs as Bryce Harper did last season, so Hoskins as much of a threat, if not a little more than Harper, especially with the matchup. Left-handed pitcher versus right-handed hitter. The favor goes to Rhys Hoskins here. Hoskins came up in mid-2017. He played most of left field last couple of seasons because Carlos Santana was still on the team as that pitch misses for ball 2. But Santana has been moved after this season, and of course with the signing of Harper and McCutchen, first base open for Hoskins, so that's going to be his main position for a little while on this Phillies team. Check swing, but the home plate umpire says he went around. Count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Philadelphia Phillies first baseman. Just another accolade for Rhys Hoskins in 2018. He was a home run derby participant. at Nationals Park as that pitch is swung on, hit well to left field, but that is going to go foul. All runners were after return. Segura goes back to second. McCutchen goes back to third. Hoskins did lose, though, to his now teammate Bryce Harper. Harper won at his home ballpark, though, back in 2018 at Nationals Park. Now these two are both teammates, both participated in the 2018 Home Run Derby. That pitch fouled off. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucchesi on the mound. He'll come set. Segura on second. McCutchen on third. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Lucchesi's 20th pitch coming on the way. That misses inside. And a pivotal pitch coming now. JT Realmuto awaits on deck. And Rhys Hoskins, arguably in a favorable count. Lucchesi doesn't necessarily want to walk him in this situation and load the bases for Realmuto. Pivotal pitch, 3-2 to Hoskins. Swing and a miss. That is also a pivotal strikeout. And with 2 away, that's going to leave JT Realmuto to come to the plate with both runners in scoring position. That fastball right at the knees. Good placement there. Good setup by Austin Hedges behind the plate. And that'll bring up JT Realmuto. Segura on second, McCutchen on third, 2 outs in the inning. Pitch fouled off, strike 1. Realmuto was acquired in a trade. The former starting catcher for the Phillies, Jorge Alfaro, went over to the Miami Marlins in that trade, along with 2 pitching prospects from the Philly system. As that pitch is fouled off, it's quickly 0-2. Lucchesi 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. He's already at 23 pitches in this first inning. 0-2 pitch coming from Lucchesi. That breaking ball misses. Realmuto doesn't chase it. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Lucchesi throwing more strikes than balls, although they're almost even. He's worked up a lot of pitches in this first inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lucchesi comes set. Lucchesi pitches. Swing, foul ball, just to the left of the third base bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remains the count. It's McCutchen on third base. Segura on second. 2 outs in the inning. 1-2 pitch coming once again to the Phillies catcher. That misses in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it would be a large victory for Lucchesi if he can get out of this inning scoreless, but this has taxed his arm in this first inning. He's running up on 30 pitches now as that pitch is fouled off, and Realmuto will not go down. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very good at bats from the Phillies so far this inning. But it might be a moral loss if they can't cash in at least 1 run with 2 runners in scoring position here. 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off. Realmuto having a very good at bat here against Joey Lucchesi. McCutchen still waiting at third base. Segura at second. The 2 ball, 2 strike pitch coming again to Realmuto. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Swung over. The inning is over. So no runs in the inning on 2 hits, 1 walk in the inning, but Lucchesi strikes out Harper, Hoskins, and Realmuto at end of the inning. We'll go to the second inning. It's no score here at Citizens Bank Park. Will Myers will stand to the plate now. Will Myers playing left field tonight for the San Diego Padres. And for the most part, he is going to be the left fielder for the entire 2018 season. Last year they experimented with him. He had some injuries, and with a packed outfield with Franmil Reyes, Hunter Renfroe, and a lot of other prospects that this Padres team has brought up, with a really crowded outfield, the Padres tried to move Will Myers to third base. However, that experiment didn't quite work out. He made 6 errors in only 36 games to end the season, and later in press releases he said he wasn't comfortable playing there, so the Padres didn't mess with it anymore, and now Myers is in the outfield. But either way, as that pitch is fouled off, Machado would have won the third base battle either way, so the Padres did get into that third base contest for Machado a little bit late. Reports were late, at least. It might attest to the front office's good hiding skills of pursuing him, but the news leaked, and Machado obviously was going to play third base over Will Myers. That pitch misses. 2-1 now on the Padres left fielder. But so Machado playing third base now. Didn't have any problems moving from shortstop to third base after last season as that pitch is swung over and missed. So Machado's going to be playing third base for a while for this Padres team. Maybe even shortstop if the prospects don't pan out. But Machado's set in the infield, and Myers is happy to have a spot in the outfield. 2-2 pitch fouled off. Nola pitching more efficiently than Lucchesi, but not the most efficient. 25 pitches through 2+ innings, or through 1+ innings now. That pitch misses inside. Both these pitchers racking up a lot of pitches so far. So good at bats from both teams. The offense is really showing their mights in this game early so far. Already 26 pitches from Aaron Nola. Here's 27 to Will Myers. That pitch is called strike 3 on the lower inside corner. And Will Myers strikes out looking to start the top of the second inning for the Padres offense. Here's the defensive alignment real quick for the Philadelphia Phillies. You see there Andrew McCutchen in left field, Bryce Harper in right. Melded together by Odubel Herrera. Then the new acquisitions of Gene Segura and JT Realmuto. Segura at shortstop and Realmuto at the catcher position. Standing in now is Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe had a .248 average last season with 26 home runs and 68 RBIs. He tied his career high in home runs from his total back in 2017 with 26, and 68 RBIs is a career high for him. So still improving. Entering his third year in San Diego now. Part of a very crowded outfield like we talked about with Will Myers as that pitch is fouled off. It's 0-2. But the outfield consists of Manuel Margot, Franmil Reyes, Will Myers, Franchy Cordero, and Renfroe. 0-2 pitch coming now from Nola. Swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging, and that's out number 2. That's Nola's third strikeout today. And with 2 outs, the number 6 hitter will come to the plate. That is Franchy Cordero. Cordero, the left-handed hitter, coming in. .237 average last season with 7 home runs, 19 RBIs in 40 games played. He was a late call-up, one of the prospects that the Padres wanted in the major leagues to end the season, get some repetition, get feet wet. And Cordero didn't disappoint. .237 average isn't too bad for a guy who's only played 40 games. 7 home runs in 40 games and 19 RBIs. Pretty good numbers. Against right-handed pitching last season, Cordero hit .253 with 5 home runs. So this is certainly a good matchup at bat for Cordero. Against lefties, only .205 with 2 home runs. So he's got a bit of an edge on Nola, has a better average against righties, and now he's got a favorable count. 2-0 pitch on the way. Called strike at the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike. Nola on the mound pitching tonight for the Phillies, the 6'2", 195-pound right-hander, one of the rookies for this Philadelphia team. Once upon a time has now become a veteran and has now become the ace of this staff, and he's pitching very well. Not so much efficiently, but hasn't allowed a hit yet. And the 2-2 pitch now coming to Cordero. Swing chopped foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola has struck out Machado back in the first and has struck out both Myers and Renfroe in this inning. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Cordero. He swings, hits the spot on the left side. Backhanded by Segura. Throw to Hoskins, and forced out is Cordero to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, San Diego nothing, Philadelphia 0. So standing in now is Odubel Herrera. Herrera, the center fielder for this Philadelphia Phillies team. Lucchesi gets into the windup and pitches. Line drive, base hit, just past the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. That's a hit. Throwing it in now is Cordero. Throws it into Guerra, and that's a leadoff single for Odubel Herrera on 1 pitch. That'll bring up Michael Franco, now the third baseman of the Philadelphia Phillies. Herrera on first with 1 out. Michael Franco last season, 2018, had a .270 average with 22 home runs and 68 RBIs. Came to the big leagues in 2014 and has spent 5 seasons with the Phillies. He's entering his 6th season now in 2019. First pitch to Franco misses high, ball 1. Lucchesi at 31 pitches now. Got out of a jam last inning after a leadoff double, a walk, and a stolen base. Lucchesi got 3 strikeouts to end the inning. That pitch line through the left side, base hit. Myers throws it into Guerra. That's another single for the Phillies, and now 2 runners are on with nobody out yet in the inning. Franco really turned well on that pitch inside. Now the Phillies have another good opportunity to score here. Herrera at second base, Franco at first, and here comes Cesar Hernandez. Hernandez bunts down the third base line, but kicking it foul is Manny Machado. That's strike 1. Cesar Hernandez, the switch hitting second baseman, batting from the right side, with Lucchesi, the left-hander, on the mound. No balls, 1 strike. Changeup called a strike. No ball on Cesar Hernandez. Lucchesi comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming now. Line drive, but that'll get foul. So Cesar Hernandez was born in Venezuela. He was signed as an undrafted amateur free agent in 2007, debuted in 2013, and has been playing for the Phillies ever since. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the inside edge. Lucchesi has 4 strikeouts in this game now, and that was a big first out. So we take a look at the defense now for the Padres. You got the Gold Glover over there we talked about earlier, and Eric Hosmer. Ian Kinsler has some Gold Gloves himself, as does Manny Machado. So it's a pretty good infield set out there. As Aaron Nola comes to the plate with 1 out in the inning and runners on first and second. Nola, as a hitter, he's a heck of a pitcher. .061 average with no home runs and only 6 RBIs in his career. That pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. And those were his career numbers. He showed bunt there, so it looks like the Phillies are going to elect to have a sacrifice situation here. It's Herrera on second, Michael Franco on first base. Nola shows bunt, and he does bunt it in front. Machado goes to Guerra for 1, over to Hosmer, and that's a double play. So instead of a sacrifice, good heads-up play by Machado to force out Franco at second and then throw it over to Hosmer at first base. Nola's out, inning over. No runs on 2 hits. 1 man left. We'll go to the 3rd inning now. It is 0-0. So standing up to the plate now is Austin Hedges, the catcher of this San Diego Padres team. Hedges, a .231 average. That was a career high for him. 14 home runs and 37 RBIs in 91 games he played in last season. Hedges was dealing with some injuries in 2018 that allowed Francisco Mejia to come up and get some experience in the major leagues. As that pitch is hit to left field, McCutchen going back to the warning track in left field, and McCutchen makes the catch for out number 1. So a long first out there for the San Diego Padres, and coming up to the plate now is Javi Guerra. Guerra standing in now. Only 1 season in San Diego back in 2018. He played in 13 games. 125 average, no home runs, and 1 RBI. Those are his totals from that 2018 season. He was a late call-up. The shortstop position for San Diego was dominated by Freddie Galvis. Before he entered free agency, the Padres didn't want him back. That pitch is grounded off Michael Franco's glove at third base, and Guerra's going to be on with a 1-out single.
Number 37.
So a sharp hit there by Javi Guerra. And with 1 out in the inning, that'll bring up Joey Lucchesi. Lucchesi in a sacrifice situation here. Takes ball 1. He pulled back the bunt. That's ball 1. Lucchesi, after last season, has an .059 average with no home runs and 1 RBI. Similar to Aaron Nola's stats over a career. Of course, Lucchesi's only played in 1 full season. Ball bunted down the first base line. Rhys Hoskins touches it in foul territory, so that'll be a strike. Count is even now. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Lucchesi shows bunt down the first base side. Rhys Hoskins will throw to Cesar Hernandez covering. Lucchesi is forced out at first base, but advancing to second on the play is Javi Guerra. So that'll go down as a sacrifice, 3-4. So sacrifice first baseman to the second baseman. 2 outs in the inning and an RBI opportunity for Ian Kinsler. Kinsler flew out to Andrew McCutchen in his first at-bat. Nola at 43 pitches through 3 innings. Here it is. That misses, ball 1. Nola's efficiency has gotten a little better this inning. 1 quick hit, 1 quick fly out, and a sacrifice bunt have got us to this situation in the top of the 3rd. Guerra on second, 2 outs, Kinsler at the plate. That pitch chopped foul, it's 1-1. San Diego and Philadelphia scoreless as we're in the top of the 3rd inning. An opportunity for San Diego to put a run on the board with 2 outs here in the inning. Nola comes set, looks at second, now the pitch. Popped foul by Kinsler. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strike pitch coming now from Nola. Misses high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Manny Machado is awaiting on deck for the San Diego Padres. Nola with the 2-2 pitch coming now. That misses inside, count runs full. So you could walk Ian Kinsler and make a force at any base with still 2 outs in the inning, but on the other hand, Manny Machado is awaiting on deck. We'll see what Nola does here, if he tries to nibble or if he goes right after Kinsler in this spot. Guerra in scoring position at second base with 2 outs in the inning and a full count on Kinsler at the plate. Pitch on the way. That missed outside just a little bit, but that's ball 4. Kinsler walks. So now Kinsler on first base and Guerra on second base with 2 outs in the inning. That pitch was really close, but Kinsler gets the free pass for ball 4, and that'll bring up the dangerous Manny Machado. Nola did get him to strike out swinging in the first at-bat. Pitch popped foul, that's strike 1. Machado struck out swinging back in the first inning in his first at-bat. No balls, 1 strike pitch. Nola trying to get out of this jam. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball sharply hit to shortstop, backhanded by Segura. Segura throws to Hoskins, and the force completed to get Machado out. And the jam is escaped by Aaron Nola. No runs on 1 hit, 1 walk in the inning, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 0-0 San Diego at Philadelphia. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen led off the Phillies offense in the first inning with a double, although he was not able to score. The rest of the offense didn't help out Segura and McCutchen as that pitch is fouled off. McCutchen stands in there now, the former National League MVP. Lucchesi in the windup. Here's the 0-1. That pitch misses outside, 1-1. So in the first inning for the Phillies, McCutchen hit a double. Advanced to third on a wild pitch while Segura was at the plate. Then Segura walked. Segura stole second base. And then 3 straight strikeouts from Harper, Hoskins, and Real Muto kept the Phillies scoreless. Ground ball to shortstop. Guerra fields. Guerra throws to Hosmer, and McCutchen is forced out for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
That'll bring up Gene Segura. So Segura has been involved in a lot of trades in his career. Meanwhile, in this game, he walked and stole a base. But on January 30th, 2016, Segura, who played for the Brewers, was traded with a pitching prospect for Chase Anderson and Zach Greinke. So Segura moved with Greinke, or in a deal for Greinke that the Brewers got. 2 balls, no strike pitch now coming to Segura. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. Hosmer plays it himself. Hosmer steps on the bag. And Segura is forced out on the 3 unassisted. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper, 13-year, $330 million contract. Harper's accomplished a lot in his career, not only on the field, but off the field. A guy that rejected a $300 million deal from the Washington Nationals as that pitch misses for ball 1. And a guy who is trying to recruit Mike Trout to the Phillies when his contract expires. Of course, the Angels are talking about a deal to extend the contract of Mike Trout as that pitch misses. Infield shifted to the right, expecting Harper to pull the ball. But Harper Trout hasn't commented on it, but Harper wants Trout to come to the city of brotherly love and has been recruiting him ever since he's been here as that pitch is swung over and missed.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Also, Harper electing to wear the number 3 out of respect for Roy Halladay. Of course, Roy Halladay had that tragic plane accident back in the winter of 2017 where he passed away, so Harper did not want to wear number 34 out of respect for the late Roy Halladay. So the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch coming now to Bryce Harper with Rhys Hoskins awaiting on deck. Wind up from Lucchesi. Pitch swung on, hit to center field. Going back is Will Myers to the track at the wall, and he makes the catch as he bangs up against the wall. The inning comes to a close. So no runs on no hits and nobody left on for the Phillies. We'll go to the 4th inning. It's scoreless between the Padres and the Phillies. So here comes Eric Hosmer. Starting off the inning for the San Diego Padres. Hosmer popped out to the third baseman, Franco, his first time up. Hosmer is a World Series champion. He won a World Series with the Kansas City Royals back in 2015. He was an American League champion, where the Royals later lost to the Giants back in 2014. But Hosmer's been around championship teams and certainly has wanted to take a leadership role in this San Diego Padres team, and with a lot more pieces surrounding him now, and Machado, Kinsler. Certainly the Padres have an opportunity to thrive with all of this leadership, but of course Hosmer wanting to take the lead because he's the only one on this team, other than Ian Kinsler, who's won a World Series. 2 balls, no strike pitch on the way now from Nola. That pitch called a strike. It's 2-1. Hosmer, not only a great defensive player, but back in 2017, he won a Silver Slugger award for first basemen in the American League. And that was the year, and that was his contract year, so to speak. That was the year before he signed the deal with San Diego. That pitch lined to left field. That is a fair ball down the left field line. McCutcheon's going to play it off the wall. Hosmer getting into second. McCutcheon throws to Segura, the cutoff man, and Segura holds it. It is a leadoff double for Eric Hosmer. Looked a little bit late on that fastball. He didn't get a great jump on that swing, but he did square up the ball with the bat, and that's what caused that pitch to go down the left field line. So it's a leadoff double for Eric Hosmer here in the 4th inning, and that'll bring up Will Myers. Myers takes a strike. It's 0-1. So Myers struck out back in the 2nd inning. Not a lot of offense for the San Diego Padres so far. Just 1 hit through 3+ innings. Nola's been pitching very efficiently for this Phillies club so far. That pitch chopped in front of the plate. Nola will field it in foul territory down by the third base line. That was close. Nola getting outs, has only given up 2 hits total in this game so far. That pitch misses low. It's 1-2. So 2 3-out innings, 3 straight-out innings for Nola. Then he gave up the single to Javi Guerra last inning in the 3rd inning. Sack, bunt, and a walk. Put runners on, but nobody scored as a result of that. The Padres missed an opportunity, but Padres do have an opportunity here in the 4th. Eric Hosmer on second base in scoring position, and a run producer in Will Myers at the plate. Really working the count now against Aaron Nola. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Hunter Renfroe waiting on deck. Will Myers had a .253 average last season with 11 home runs and 39 RBIs. He battled a lot of injuries in 2018. Of course, started out the year in left field, had some injuries, and then was moved to third base for the end of the Padres season. Line drive past a diving Cesar Hernandez into right field. Base hit. Harper throws it into the cutoff man, Hoskins. Everybody moves up a base. So it's a single for Will Myers, and Eric Hosmer advances to third on the play. And so the Phillies, who had 2 opportunities to score in the first 2 innings, are now facing a jam of their own on defense. There's runners on first and third with nobody out yet in the inning, and Hunter Renfroe coming to the plate. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Renfroe's swing is fouled off. It's 0-1. Hunter Renfroe 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out swinging back in the second inning. Nola struck out 3 so far. No ball, 1 strike pitch. That misses. It's 1-1. So Renfroe in direct competition with Franmil Reyes right now. Reyes came in. He was a late call-up, but batted .280, hit 16 home runs, and had 31 RBIs in 87 games. Chopped foul, it's 1-2. I misspoke. He wasn't a late call-up, but he was a prospect call-up in the middle of the season for the Padres. Reyes only played 1 year with the Padres, and that was in 2018. So right now, the crowded outfield is being very competitive between the corner outfielders of Reyes and Renfroe. That pitch swung over and missed, and a big strikeout there for Aaron Nola. His 4th strikeout of the game is Hunter Renfroe, and the runners will remain on first and third with 1 out in the inning. So he threw that pitch that was just off the outside edge. It was a close pitch. It was good for Renfroe to swing, but he was out in front of it. That's why he did not hit it. And that's out number 1. So right now, Eric Hosmer is the runner on third base. Will Myers is at first. Here's Franchy Cordero. Line drive past Rhys Hoskins for a base hit. Bryce Harper will throw it in. Hosmer scores on the play. Advancing to second base is Will Myers. And the Padres strike first in this one. It's 1-0 San Diego. It was a little bit of a breaking ball. It had some movement on it. Cordero stayed right on it, pushed it right under the glove of Rhys Hoskins into right field, and that's a base hit. Padres lead 1-0. Again, Hosmer scores on the play now. Will Myers at second base. Franchy Cordero at first, and here's Austin Hedges, the catcher. Called a strike, 0-1. So Hosmer led off the inning with a double, then Will Myers singled him over to third base. And then Cordero just hit a single that drove in Eric Hosmer. It's 1-0. Will Myers on second base, Cordero on first base. The 0-1 pitch to the catcher, Austin Hedges. Fly ball. Shallow left field, but Gene Segura will call off McCutchen and make the catch for out number 2. So Hedges pops out to second base, to shortstop. And Hedges is down after flying out to left field and popping out to shortstop. He's 0 for 2 today. And that'll bring up Javi Guerra. Guerra hit a single back in the third inning. Padres have an opportunity for more runs to score. Will Myers is in scoring position at second base, and Franchy Cordero at first. That pitch misses outside. It's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs in this inning. Padres have an opportunity to cash in some more runs. 1-0 pitch coming now from Nola. Ground ball foul down the left side. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. 2 outs in the inning. Again, runners on first and second base. Nola's pitch. That misses low. It's 2-1. Nola running up on pitch count now. That's 71 pitches through 3 2/3 innings. So after a good start to this game, he is struggling here in inning number 4. Coming set is Nola. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That misses low. Count runs to 3-1 now. Or maybe it's for the best if Guerra were to get walked here, because that would bring up Joey Lucchesi. It wouldn't be a sacrifice situation with 2 outs. And Lucchesi has a career average under 100. So the 3-1 pitch on the way. That misses, ball 4. So Guerra goes down to first base on the walk. Franchi Cordero moves to second on the play, and Will Myers moves to third base, and that'll bring up Joey Lucchesi. Lucchesi's a big man, 6'5", 204-pound pitcher will bat here. In an RBI situation, entering play, he has a .059 average, has no home runs and only 1 run batted in. So it's Myers on third, Cordero on second, and Guerra on first base. 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1 pitch coming from Nola. Strike 2. That was a fastball right down the middle, and now it's no balls, 2 strikes, and Nola 1 pitch away from escaping this bases loaded jam. That pitch just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Joey Lucchesi. Right after this at bat, if Lucchesi doesn't get on, he's going to have to go right back out to the mound and pitch the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 pitch coming. That changeup misses outside. Nola struggling now against a guy who has batted a career .059 entering play. This is the opposing pitcher that Nola is dealing with, adding more pitches to his pitch count. He's about to throw his 78th pitch of the inning. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That pitch fouled off. Lucchesi just got a piece of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. It's 1-0 San Diego after a Hosmer double, a Myers single, and a Franchi Cordero RBI single. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing, fly ball, right field. Going back is Harper to the warning track, and he makes the catch. Bit of a scary moment off the bat, but it goes down as a simple F9 in the scorebooks. So no runs on, or 1 run on 3 hits in the inning, 1 walk in the inning, and the bases are left loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0. Padres lead the Phillies.
Leading off for the Phillies here in the 4th.
So coming into bat now is Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins batting here for the 2nd time today after striking out all the way back in the 1st inning. Lucchesi getting ready for his 4th inning of work as he throws the first pitch fastball that misses too high. It's ball 1. So the Phillies had a few opportunities to score in the first 2 innings of this game. Maybe regretting not being able to score there, because the Padres are up 1-0. McCutchen hit a leadoff double back in the 1st inning. Segura walked and then stole a base. That put runners on 2nd and 3rd. Then 3 straight strikeouts from Lucchesi made it a scoreless inning as Hoskins hits a fly ball to left, and Will Myers is there for out number 1. So the Phillies left 2 runners on in the 1st inning. Then in the 2nd, Odubel Herrera hit a leadoff single. Then Michael Franco hit a single. And after a Cesar Hernandez strikeout, Aaron Nola, who was trying to sack bunt both Franco and Herrera up to the next bases. It was Manny Machado who wisely threw the ball to 2nd base and made a double play out of the attempted sacrifice situation. So that killed the rally for the Phillies in the 2nd inning. And the Phillies haven't got any hits since that 2nd inning. Cesar Hernandez, the switch-hitting 2nd baseman, is in now. Correction, that's JT Realmuto. Realmuto, the catcher, standing in now after Rhys Hoskins flew out to start this inning. Pitch fouled off. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. So Realmuto coming off a year where he had some career highs. He had a .277 average last season, but hit 21 home runs and 74 RBIs, which were career highs for him. However, he only played in 125 games, and that was a career low tied with his amount of games he played back in 2014 as that pitch just swung over and missed. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Odubel Herrera. But JT Realmuto, an NL Silver Slugger and an NL All-Star that last year. He played 5 seasons in Miami before getting traded to the Phillies. That pitch on the ground to 3rd base. Machado fields. Machado throws to Hosmer. And forced out is JT Realmuto for the second out of the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
So 2 quick outs there for Lucchesi. And coming up to the plate now is Odubel Herrera. Back in the second inning for the Phillies. Herrera, once a National League All-Star. He made the All-Star team back in 2016. Herrera's a guy who sacrificed average for more power and more production stats. That pitch is swung and fouled off. Herrera in 2016 hit .286 with 15 home runs, 49 RBIs, a .361 OBP with 25 stolen bases. That was his All-Star season. In 2018, he had a .255 average, but he had career highs in home runs and RBIs. He had 22 home runs, 71 RBIs, but only had a .310 on-base percentage, and only had 5 stolen bases. Entering his age 27 season, as that pitch misses, the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Lucchesi throwing officially now more efficiently than Nola. Lucchesi's still within the 60 pitch range through just about 4 innings. That pitch misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. Michael Franco awaiting on deck. 3-1 pitch coming on the way to Herrera. Swing chopped in front of the mound. Lucchesi comes off the mound to field, throws to Hosmer, and the force is completed of Odubel Herrera, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base for the Phillies as we go to the 5th inning. It's San Diego 1, Philadelphia 0. Back now at Citizens Bank Park, home of the Philadelphia Phillies, as we coverage of National League Baseball here on MLB The Show 18. Nicholas Callas with you. Ian Kinsler coming to the plate to start this top of the 5th inning against Aaron Nola. The first pitch popped toward the left side of the infield. It's Franco calling for it. Franco catches the baseball. 1 pitch, 1 out, starts the 5th inning for the Padres. So Kinsler 0 for 2 today, still has a walk to his credit officially, and that will bring up Manny Machado. Machado is 0 for 1 today. Machado struck out back in the first inning and grounded out to shortstop in his second at bat. That pitch is called a strike. Machado had an opportunity to drive in a run his first time around, so he missed that too with Javi Guerra on second base and 2 outs. That was before Nola gave up the run last inning. San Diego had a productive 4th inning. 3 hits, 1 walk in the inning, and 1 run were scored last inning. That pitch is popped up behind home plate. JT Realmuto turns around, and he will make the catch. So 2 pop-outs start this inning, and Nola might make up for some lost ground and efficiency. Only 3 pitches in this 5th inning yield 2 outs, 1 from Kinsler, 1 from Machado, and that'll bring up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer popped out to third base his first at-bat, but then doubled back in the 4th inning, just last inning, and then later scored on that Franchi Cordero single. Hosmer batting now, 2 outs in the inning, facing Aaron Nola. 83rd pitch from Nola coming on the way. That pitch misses, ball 1. It's 1-0. Philadelphia Phillies are trailing the San Diego Padres here. Phillies at home at Citizens Bank Park. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Eric Hosmer with an opportunity to perhaps start a 2-out rally. Nola trying to rebound after a 4th inning that didn't go his way. That pitch called a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Bases are empty. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. He didn't really go around there. That pitch missed low. Count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Gold Glove first baseman for San Diego in the form of Eric Hosmer. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch. Here it comes. Pitch fouled off. Count is still even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nola looking for the sign from Realmuto. He gets it. 2-2 pitch. That's just inside. It's a close call, but a good call. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Will Myers awaiting on deck for the Padres. Pitch popped up on the infield. Franco will go all the way to the mound to make the catch, and the inning comes to a close. So 3 pop-outs in this inning yield no runs, no hits, and no runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's San Diego 1, Philadelphia 0. Hi, I'm Nicholas Callas. I am your commentator today. Ignore those 3 guys on the screen. Anyway, yeah, welcome back to MLB The Show 18. This is National League Baseball here on MLB The Show. San Diego Padres lead the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 1-0, but the Phillies getting an opportunity for some offense here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Maikel Franco to lead off, the number 7 hitter for Philadelphia. Pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. Adam Warren and Robert Stock in the bullpen for San Diego as we speak. Lucchesi, although he's throwing more efficiently than Nola, it appears that he might be tiring, so the bullpens are now up for San Diego. Pitch fly ball, right field. Going back is Renfroe. Just in front of the track, he makes the catch out, number 1. Franco goes down on that fly out. Here's Cesar Hernandez standing in. Now, the big storyline in this game might be, oh, well, Harper's team is now facing Machado's team, 2 of the big free agents that signed deals. But just listen to this statistic. Both these teams are very young and have very young talent playing for each of these organizations right now as that pitch misses for ball 1. So for the San Diego Padres, there are only 5 players on the San Diego Padres right now who are above the age of 30. For the Phillies, only 6 players. And only 1 starter from each of these 2 teams is over the age of 30. For the Phillies, it's Andrew McCutchen in left field. McCutchen's entering his age 32 season. And for the Padres, it's Ian Kinsler. That pitch is lined toward left field. Running after it and catching it is Will Myers. That's out, number 2. But Kinsler is entering his age 36 season. So only two starters from each, one from each team is over the age of 30. So both of these teams are very talented and are very youthful. So 2 quick outs from Lucchesi. That brings up Aaron Nola. Nola bunted into a double play his first time around as that pitch misses. A heads-up play by Manny Machado back in the 2nd inning. Nola was trying to sacrifice Herrera to 3rd and Franco to 2nd, but Machado wisely was charging, threw the ball to 2nd, got out Franco, and then second baseman threw it to 1st, and that got the out there from of Nola, and that was the double play. But Nola grounds out to shortstop to end this 5th inning, so no runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Phils. We'll go to the 6th. It's 1-0. San Diego leads Philadelphia. Will Myers will come to the plate. Myers is 1 for 2 today. Struck out looking back in the 2nd inning, but singled back in the 4th. That single was important for San Diego. That moved Hosmer over to 3rd last inning, and then Hosmer ended up scoring on a Franchi Cordero single. So Myers so far instrumental in that San Diego run that has been posted so far through 5 innings. Hector Neris and Adam Morgan in the bullpen. It's double barrel action, a lefty and a righty up in the bullpen for the Philadelphia Phillies. Nola running up on 100 pitches now. He's 10 pitches away from 100.
Ball, that's high.
That pitch misses high. Count is now 2 balls, no strikes. Nola's certainly a workhorse. Not that he's pitching terribly, but just had 1 bad inning back in that 4th inning that really hurt the Phillies, and are now having them play at a deficit. That pitch right down the middle. Count is 2-1 on Will Myers. So it's Stock and Warren up in the bullpen for the Padres, and in the bullpen for the Phillies, it's Neris and Morgan. 2-1 pitch now coming to Myers. Called strike on the breaking ball. Count runs back even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Judging by all the bullpen action, especially for the Phillies, this very well might be the last inning for Nola. He's thrown a lot of pitches so far. He's running up on 100 now. And Myers putting up a good at-bat to make him throw even more pitches. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball there by Aaron Nola, and Will Myers strikes out for the second time today. That's Nola's 5th strikeout of the game. And with one away, that'll bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe is in jeopardy of the hat trick. He's already struck out twice, once in the 2nd inning, once in the 4th inning. We'll bat here in the 6th inning. First pitch fly ball to left field. That definitely had the distance, but it goes foul. Strike 1. So a really long foul ball yields strike 1 to the young right fielder of the San Diego Padres. Hunter Renfroe entering the 2019 season at the age of 27. 0-1 pitch coming from Nola. That pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. San Diego leads Philadelphia 1-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Nola at 96 pitches. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, appeal from Real Muto to the first base umpire, and that's a called strike. First base umpire says that Renfroe went around, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now, with 1 out in the inning. Pitch popped up, right side, but foul. One ball, 2 strike pitch from Nola. Here it is. Curveball in the dirt, gets away from Real Muto. Running down to first is Renfroe. Real Muto throws to Hoskins covering first. So that'll go down as a strikeout. And then the 2-3 put out. That'll make it out number 2. That is Aaron Nola's 6th strikeout of today. 2nd strikeout of the inning. And the 3rd time Hunter Renfroe's gone down on strikes, so he has the hat trick. 2 outs in the inning, and here's Franchy Cordero. Cordero takes inside, ball 1. Cordero's 1 for 2 tonight, but his bat in the 4th inning is the one that matters. It was an RBI single to drive in Hosmer that gave the Padres this slim 1-0 lead. That pitch misses. Counts 2-0. Nola has exceeded 100 pitches. He's looking to finish off this 6th inning with a 0 on the scoreboard. That ball misses. Count is now 3-0 in favor of Franchy Cordero. Austin Hedges, the catcher, awaits on deck. 29-year-old Hector Neris and the other 29-year-old Adam Morgan, both still in the bullpen for the Philadelphia Phillies. The 3-0 pitch to Cordero. That misses. That was close, but it misses, ball 4, so let's see what Gabe Kapler, the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, elects to do here. At 103 pitches, Nola's still on the mound. Struck out 2, but walked Cordero, and they're going to let Nola pitch to Austin Hedges. So Austin Hedges comes to the plate. Hedges is 0 for 2 tonight. He flew out to left field and then popped out to shortstop. So he's 0 for 2 tonight. Cordero off first base. 2 outs in the inning. That pitch misses, ball 1, and Nola's losing his command. There's Gabe Kapler there in the dugout for the Phillies. Giving signs as normal, doesn't look too stressed. Although a 1-run deficit is easier to overcome than a 2 or 3 run deficit. That pitch misses outside. It's ball 2. That was an intended pitch out. But now that puts Nola down in the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning. In the top of the 6th inning, pickoff move to first base, almost overthrew Hoskins. Cordero's back without a throw. Hoskins just kept that ball from getting over his head. The 106th pitch from Nola, but before that he throws over to first base. Hoskins applies the tag to Cordero that time, but Cordero back easily. Nola comes set. 2-0 pitch. Coming on the way. Fly ball, but that'll be foul. That pitch missed up in the zone. That was a mistake by Nola, but Hedges was just a little bit too far out in front of it. It's a 2-ball, 1 strike count now on Austin Hedges, the catcher of the Padres. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola, 107 pitches, 65 of those pitches are strikes that he's thrown today. So he's in the strike zone more often than he's not, and that's definitely a good thing. Definitely gave a good start here today, a quality start. That pitch out to center field. Herrera makes the catch, and the inning is over. So no runs on, no hits in the inning, 1 walk in the inning, and 1 left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's San Diego 1, Philadelphia 0.
Leading off for the Phillies,
So standing in now is Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen, the leadoff hitter for the Phillies, will turn over the order here in the 6th inning. So McCutchen was a middle-of-the-order hitter, especially with the Pirates, where he batted third for the majority of his career there. Lucchesi throws the first pitch for a ball. So McCutchen was a middle-of-the-order hitter when he got traded to San Francisco. Didn't put up very good numbers there as that pitch misses. That's a foul ball. But once he got to the New York Yankees, the Yankees put him in the leadoff spot, and his OBP, his on-base percentage, went from 357 to 421 as a leadoff hitter compared to a middle-of-the-order guy. So the Phillies using him in a leadoff spot here, especially when he thrives against left-handed pitching, that's a very good move. That certainly gives the Phillies an advantage, especially with so many power hitters like Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, and JT Realmuto below him. This time, though, McCutchen swings and misses at that pitch, and that's out number 1. McCutchen now 2 for 3 today. The first strikeout that he's had today. Lucchesi now has 5 strikeouts on the day. Still pitching through this 6th inning. Only has 74 pitches. That's just a little bit over an efficient outing. Definitely given a quality start here. No runs, 5 strikeouts, and less than 5 hits so far by the Phillies. That pitch misses high, ball 1. Lucchesi's only given up 3 hits and only walked 1 in this one so far. Other than that, he has been making the Phillies go hitless. That pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes now to the veteran shortstop in Gene Segura. 2-0 pitch. That misses inside, and the count is now 3-0, well in favor of Gene Segura. Bryce Harper awaiting on deck. Gene Segura, a 2013 National League All-Star with the Milwaukee Brewers and a 2018 All-Star, American League All-Star with the Mariners. That pitch called a strike. It's 3-1. Segura's played 1 game with the Angels before getting traded to the Brewers, where he spent 4 seasons with the Brewers, 1 season with the Diamondbacks, then got traded to Seattle for 2 seasons, signed that 5-year, $70 million extension, only to get traded over to the Phillies. It's that 3-2 pitch misses, ball 4, so Gene Segura's on with 2 outs in the inning, and the guy who can tilt the score with 1 swing of the bat stepping up to the plate, that's Bryce Harper. Harper not having as much success today, however, struck out swinging back in the 1st inning and then flew out to left field back in the 3rd inning. The Philadelphia Fanatic on top of the Phillies dugout. Fans responding to the energy. Lucchesi about to go over 80 pitches. First pitch, slide step, line drive, foul down the right side. So talking about Harper's numbers, in 2018 against left-handed pitching, he hit .247.
1-1.
His average for the entire year was .249. Phil Maton and Adam Warren in the bullpen now for the San Diego Padres, so sitting down was Robert Stock. Of course, Harper, who had a dismal first half of the year. First, Hosmer applies the tag on Segura, but Segura back safely. Harper had a .214 average All-Star break, but then in the post-All-Star break, he moved his average up to .300. Still had 11 home runs. Slide step, Segura goes. Throw from his knees by Hedges. Down to second, and a nice tag by Javi Guerra gets Gene Segura out at second base. That is a very good throw from his knees down to second base, and Segura, who is rather fast, gets thrown out. A nice tag there by Guerra. Right down to the bag, a great throw by Hedges. And now with 2 outs in the inning, Bryce Harper will still be facing Lucchesi. Swing, foul ball. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucchesi about to throw his 85th pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to go 6 complete innings. 2-2 on the way. That is a breaking ball that just missed off the outside edge. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And another dangerous hitter in the form of Rhys Hoskins awaits on deck. 3-2 pitch coming to Harper. Swing, foul ball. So since Segura got thrown out, the infield for the Padres will move back from regular defensive shift to now a pull shift. So the entire infield has moved over to the right side. 3-2 pitch. Swing. That's foul down the left side. As you see, Manny Machado's not over there anymore because the shift is on. Full count pitch coming once again. Swing, line drive toward left, but the shift almost worked to perfection there. A diving attempt by Will Myers is not successful. And with extraordinary effort there, that should be a base hit for Bryce Harper. So Harper hit it the other way, but hit it right into the shift. Myers decided he had to dive, and it hit right off his glove. That'll go down as a base hit. So with 2 outs, Bryce Harper's on first base, and standing in now is Rhys Hoskins. Lucchese's pitch. That misses inside. It's ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first inning and flew out to left field in the 4th. Foul ball. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike on the Phillies' first baseman. Harper leads off first base. And Lucchese throws over to first. A quick step-off move there, but it's not successful. The tag applied by Hosmer's too late. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs in the inning. Here it comes. Fly ball to left field, but that is foul. Lucchese gets ahead in the at-bat now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Lucchese trying to go 6 scoreless innings on the mound. Lucchese comes set, looks over at Harper at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, right center field, and on the run is Hunter Renfroe, but it hit the ground first. According to the second base umpire, Renfroe didn't make that catch in the air. Take a look at that again. Hoskins a line shot, yeah, it bounced right in front of him. It'll go down as a single. Harper advances to second on the play, and with 2 outs, JT Realmuto comes to the plate. That pitch misses low, ball 1. Realmuto struck out in the first inning, then grounded out to third base back in the 4th inning. A guy who had a career high in RBIs last season with 74, looking to come through with a runner in scoring position at second base in the form of Harper. That pitch called a strike. It's 1-1. Phil Maton still in the bullpen with Adam Warren for the Padres. That pitch fouled off. It's 1-2. Now Lucchese, after having an efficient start to this inning, is now facing the century mark. He's at 95 pitches here in the bottom of the 6th inning, facing JT Realmuto, the 1-2 pitch. Popped up behind the plate, but that'll be foul. Realmuto, although he's a right-handed hitter, has only hit .204 for average against left-handed pitchers in 2018. The 1-2 pitch popped foul. Also against lefties, out of the 21 home runs he hit, only 3 of those home runs were against left-handed pitchers. Lucchese trying to get out of this jam and keep his outing scoreless. The 1-2 pulled foul. That looked like a changeup. Realmuto just got out in front of it. Lucchese is 2 pitches away from the century mark. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the Philadelphia Phillies catcher. Acquired from the Miami Marlins this 2018-2019 offseason. Lucchese gets back on the mound, looks in for a sign from Hedges. Now he comes set. Big pitch here. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Popped up again. It's foul. Lucchese has thrown an even 40 balls and even 60 strikes out of the 100 pitches he's thrown today. It's Harper off second. Hoskins off of first base. Real Muto at the plate. 2-2 pitch coming again. That's a curveball, misses in the dirt, gets away from Hedges. Down to third base goes Harper, and down to second goes Hoskins. That'll be a wild pitch. So now Harper and Hoskins both in scoring position. Harper on third base, Hoskins on second base. And a really big pitch now coming to JT Real Muto. Two singles, one from Harper, one from Hoskins, have put them, and a wild pitch have put them on second and third. Pitch, ground ball, first base, backhanded by Hosmer. Hosmer steps on the bag himself. Real Muto is forced out, and that will end the sixth inning. Phillies once again do not score after runners get in scoring position. No runs on 2 hits, 1 walk in the inning, and 2 left on base. To the seventh we go. It's the Padres 1, the Phillies 0. Here's your box score right now from both teams. San Diego with 1 run on 4 hits and Philadelphia with 5 hits so far this game. The Phillies have left a lot of runners on base.
Now pitching for the Phillies.
Phillies have left 4 runners on base in this game, and here comes Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan, a relief pitcher, age 29, the 6'1", 200-pound left-hander, comes in after having a season in 2018 where he had an ERA of 3.83 in 67 games in which he appeared in. Javi Guerra swings and misses as that first pitch. Strike 1. So Lucchesi might have thrown his last pitch. The pitcher spot's coming up in this inning, the number 9 spot, as that pitch is lined into center field. And on base is Javi Guerra to start this inning. Guerra singles for the second time today. He's now 2 for 2, and that'll bring up the pitcher spot. So Jose Perella comes off the bench for the San Diego Padres. One of the utility players for the San Diego Padres team. He can play second base, shortstop, third base, and the corner outfield positions. Grounded foul down the third base side. That's strike 1. So Perella is entering his age 29 season with the San Diego Padres. He batted .249 last season with 5 home runs and 32 RBIs in 146 games he appeared in. The 0-1 pitch. Foul ball, quickly no balls, 2 strikes. Perella, the pinch hitter for the Padres, coming off the bench to replace Joey Lucchesi. Ground ball softly hit to the left side. Fielded by Franco. Can't barehand it. Gene Segura will barehand it, but that won't be in time. Perella's way too fast. And Perella will be on with an infield single. Advancing to second on the play is Javi Guerra. So with nobody out yet in the inning and the Padres looming for some more runs, Ian Kinsler will step to the plate 0 for 2 today with a walk. Adam Morgan comes set, facing the right-handed batter in Ian Kinsler. That pitch misses, ball 1. One ball, no strike coming now to Kinsler. Line drive foul, count is 1-1. So the official score line for Aaron Nola gave up 1 run on 5 hits. As Kinsler fouls that pitch off. 1 run, 1 earned run on 5 hits in 6 innings of work. Adam Morgan has come in relief of Aaron Nola. Grounded to first. Hoskins throws to Segura at second for 1. Back to first. Hoskins covered his own base. That's in time, and that's a double play that Ian Kinsler is grounded into. So Kinsler grounds into the 3-6-3 double play. There's Hoskins throwing to Segura covering second. That forces out Perella, then back to first, where forced out was Kinsler. Advancing to third on the play is Guerra, and with 2 outs, Manny Machado will come to the plate with an RBI opportunity. Runner in the form of Javi Guerra in scoring position. So Machado will stand in. Machado tonight is 0 for 3. Struck out back in the first inning against Nola, but now Machado facing a left-hander might change his pace a little bit. That pitch fouled off, strike one. So after Pirela came in as the pinch hitter for the Padres, that's going to mean Lucchese's night is officially over. That pitch swung over and missed. Good block there by Real Muto. Didn't get too far away from him. It was a swing and a miss by Machado. Staying at third is Guerra. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in this inning. Pitch popped up. Left side of the infield. Franco in foul territory. Makes the catch. So Michael Franco catches the ball, and that will end the inning, and that gets the Phillies out of a jam. So no runs on 2 hits in the inning, and only 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Citizens Bank Park. It's San Diego 1, Philadelphia 0. Coming into pitch now for the San Diego Padres is Adam Warren. Warren in 2018 had a .314 average in 47 games that he pitched in. He pitched between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. Signed a deal this offseason. The 6'1", 224-pound right-hander. Pitching in his age 31 season, entering 2019 with the Padres. Odubel Herrera is at the plate now. 1 ball, no strike pitch on the way. That hits Herrera. So Herrera goes down to first after the hit by pitch. So he's officially 1 for 2 now with a hit by pitch to put him on base to start this 7th inning. So Warren, not a great way to start a pitching outing. That'll bring up Michael Franco. Franco 1 for 2 tonight. He singled back in the 2nd inning, then flew out to right field back in the 5th. Warren comes set. Runner goes from first. Pitch swung over and missed. Thrown on his 2nd, and Herrera's tagged out by Ian Kinsler, and that's the first out of the inning. Herrera, who only stole 5 bases last season, tries to run here, and that is the 2nd caught stealing for Austin. Hedges has thrown out Segura and has now thrown out Herrera, and with 1 out, Franco will continue to bat, but this time with nobody on base.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike now to the Phillies' 3rd baseman. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the inning. That pitch misses. 2 balls, 1 strike on Michael Franco.
Count is 2 and 1.
The official stat line for Joey Lucchese: no runs given up. As that pitch is fouled off, he gave up no runs. Only 3 hits against him in 6 innings pitched. So a very good outing by the young left-handed pitcher for the San Diego Padres team. 2-2 pitch now coming from Adam Warren. That fastball misses high.
3-2.
Count runs full now on Michael Franco. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Cesar Hernandez awaiting on deck. I got a correction on the Lucchese stat line. It's no runs on 4 hits in 6 innings pitched. 3-2 pitch coming now to Michael Franco. Swing, chop toward the right side. Hosmer backhands, throws to Adam Warren covering the base, and Michael Franco is forced out for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
So Herrera reached after the hit by pitch to lead off this 7th inning for the Phillies. Then got caught stealing after Austin Hedges threw him out, and then after he threw Herrera out, and then Michael Franco just grounded out on the 3-1 put out, Hosmer to Warren. So 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. Hernandez batting from the left side for the first time tonight against the right-handed pitcher, Warren. Hernandez's first 2 at-bats were from the right side after facing the lefty Lucchesi. Pitch grounded toward the middle, sliding backhanded play, but Kinsler dropped the baseball. And reaching first base is Cesar Hernandez. Scorers officially are going to make that a base hit for Cesar Hernandez. And coming off the bench is Nick Williams. So Adam Morgan's night is officially over. Morgan, no runs. That pitch swung over and missed by Nick Williams. Morgan gave up no runs on 2 hits in the 7th inning. He only worked 1 inning. That'll conclude his line. Nick Williams standing to the plate now. Nick Williams was the former right field starter before Bryce Harper was signed to that mega deal this 2018-2019 offseason. As that pitch is swung over and missed, it's no balls, 2 strikes. Adam Warren trying to get out of this inning scoreless. Runner on first base, 2 outs in the inning. Nick Williams awaiting the 0-2 from Adam Warren. Swing, rounded to first. Hosmer plays it on the forehand, steps on the first base bag, and the inning is over. So no runs on 1 hit in the inning and 1 left on base. We'll go to the 8th inning. It is 1-0. Padres lead the Phillies.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 50, Hector Neris.
Coming to pitch now is Hector Neris for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's a middle relief pitcher for this Philadelphia Phillies team, coming into his age 29 season. In 53 games with Philadelphia last season, he had a .510 average. 6'2", 215-pound right-hander will deal first to Eric Hosmer. That pitch misses, ball 1. So still available for the Phillies tonight is Sir Anthony Dominguez, Pat Neshek, and David Robertson. Typically the 3 guys, the 2 setup guys, and then the closer, David Robertson. That's still up in the air, but right now David Robertson's the official closer of the Phillies. Those 3 top guys game that has such a small deficit. 2 balls, no strike count now on the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer's 1 for 3 today as he hits that pitch on a line drive to center field, and that will fall for a base hit. That falls in front of Herrera, and Eric Hosmer has his 2nd hit of the day in 4 at-bats.
Will Myers.
So he squared that ball up very nicely. It was unlike the double he hit where he was a little bit late on it but still squared it up. That one that he hit back in the 4th inning. This one here, he squared that up perfectly, and he was right on time with his swing, and he hits it into center field for a hit, for a base hit. So that'll bring up Will Myers. Myers has struck out twice today, but he singled back in the 4th inning. So the only run that the Padres have scored so far came back in the 4th inning. It was an Eric Hosmer leadoff double. Will Myers singled him to third base, and then an RBI single by Franchi Cordero. That pitch swung over and missed, thrown on his second, and JT Realmuto throws out Eric Hosmer. So that was clearly a hit-and-run situation. Myers swung at a pitch that was way out of the strike zone. I'm surprised Realmuto was able to throw that ball after the way Myers swung and missed at it, but it's almost like Realmuto threw it through the head of Will Myers. Threw it right past his head. That was a good play by Realmuto. No balls, 1 strike. That pitch misses, 1-1. So neither team today has been able to steal a base. Austin Hedges cut down Gene Segura and Odubel Herrera earlier in the game, and then just there, it was JT Realmuto who cut down Eric Hosmer. So 1 ball, 1 strike in the inning, 1 out. Will Myers batting. That pitch misses. It's 2-1. So it's Tommy Hunter and Juan Nicasio in the bullpen for the Philadelphia Phillies now. Both still middle relief pitchers. The setup crew and the closer have yet to get up in the pen for the Phillies. That 2-1 pitch swung over and missed. Count is now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hector Neris comes set. Getting ready to pitch this ball to Will Myers. That slider misses outside. Count is run full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And an offensive threat in the form of Hunter Renfroe awaits on deck. Will Myers in his batting stance. Neris gets his sign from Real Muto. Comes set. Pitches. Swing ground ball, right side. Played by Hernandez over to Hoskins, and out at first is Will Myers for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Hunter Renfroe.
There's the scoreline for you there. San Diego has 1 more hit than Philadelphia and also 1 more run than Philadelphia. In this 8th inning, Hosmer hit a leadoff single, but then was thrown out on the attempted hit and run between Will Myers and Hosmer. So Hosmer got cut down. Then Myers just grounded out to Cesar Hernandez for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. That pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. So the top of the order will be coming up for the Phillies in the bottom half of this 8th inning. Phillies trying to prevent any runs from scoring here in this 8th inning. Padres trying to start a 2-out rally. Renfroe swings and misses. Look like a splitter. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes in this more or less pitcher's duel at Citizens Bank Park. Pitch popped up. That'll be foul. The Philadelphia Phillies are hosting the San Diego Padres. This is a National League matchup between 2 teams who acquired 2 very large players in mega deals. That pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-2. Of course, Machado being signed to that 10-year, $300 million deal by the Padres, and then Bryce Harper, a 13-year, $330 million deal with the Phillies. Swung over and missed. Good breaking ball. Ends the inning. So no runs on 1 hit in the inning, but that was erased after the caught stealing of Hosmer. No errors in the inning, and nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It is 1-0. Phillies trail the Padres.
Your attention, please. Now pitching
So Craig Stammen will come on the mound to pitch
Craig Stammen.
for the San Diego Padres. So Adam Warren gives up no runs in his outing as Andrew McCutchen comes to the plate now.
Left fielder,
This is the first at bat that McCutchen will be facing a right-handed pitcher. Kirby Yates, the closer of the Padres, now in the bullpen. Stammen's first pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. So McCutchen has hit a double. That was back in the first inning. Then he grounded out in the 3rd and then struck out swinging in the 6th. 0-1 pitch on the way to McCutchen. That misses inside. 1-1. So Adam Warren, no runs on 1 hit in 1 inning of work. So he throws a scoreless outing from the bullpen. The 1-1 pitch now from Stammen. That pitch is called a strike. And it's now 1-2 on the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball there by Stammen. And McCutchen is frustrated. He throws the bat. You almost never see that from Andrew McCutchen. That's out number 1. That's McCutchen's 2nd strikeout today. That's Craig Stammen's first of his outing, and that'll bring up Gene Segura. Segura 0 for 1 tonight, but he has walked twice. I have to correct another statistic that I misspoke before. Gene Segura had a stolen base. There were 3 caught stealings in this one and 1 successful stolen base. Segura stole a base back in the 1st inning, then got caught stealing in the 6th. One ball, 1 strike coming now. Craig Stammen in the windup, facing the shortstop of the Phillies. That pitch misses low. It's 2-1.
I got 2-1 to count.
So Craig Stammen is one of the setup men for the San Diego Padres. That pitch is called a strike. Stammen is also one of those 5 players on the Padres that's over the age of 30. Craig Stammen is entering his age 35 season for 2019. Had a 273 average in 73 games pitched last season. That pitch misses inside, and the count run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Gene Segura, and Bryce Harper awaits an at-bat on deck. 3-2 coming in. Swing popped up, right field. Going back toward the wall, and that is foul. Count remains full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way. That pitch misses inside, ball 4. So Gene Segura walks with 1 out in the inning. And that will bring up the man everybody has come to see here at Citizens Bank Park, Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, the former National League MVP back in 2015, when he hit over 40 home runs. 1 out in the inning. Gene Segura on first base. Pickoff move over to first. Hosmer tags Segura, but he's on the base well in time. Craig Stammen last season had 23 holds out of the bullpen as well, and as another pickoff move is unsuccessful. Had 23 holds, didn't have any saves, but again, only a 2.73 ERA in 73 games played. 0-0 pitch, slide step. That fastball is right down the middle. There's Andy Green, the manager in the bullpen for the manager in the dugout for the San Diego Padres. 0-1 pitch now coming to Bryce Harper, who could turn this game around with 1 swing. Throw over to first base, Stammen to Hosmer, but Segura back safely. Another pickoff attempt. They were afraid that Segura is going to run over there at first base. Harper's at the plate. And Harper is somebody that you want to focus on in this at-bat. You want to make sure your pitches are precise, but Stammen is way focused on Gene Segura over there at first base. I guess it's understandable that the last thing you would want is Bryce Harper to bat with a guy in scoring position. Slide step, pitch out. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bryce Harper. It's very plausible that they don't want Gene Segura to get in scoring position, because then Harper could just hit a single and Segura would probably score easily. The 1-1 pitch, that's called a strike. Good pitch there by Stammen, keeping that ball down in the zone against Bryce Harper. Andy Green, the manager. This is a very pivotal at-bat in this ball game. Bryce Harper batting with a runner on base and only 1 out in the inning. Runner on first is Gene Segura. Stammen's pitch. Check swing. He did not go. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Austin Hedges today has only let up 1 stolen base. He's caught the other 2 stealing. Segura stole 1 on him, and then Hedges got Segura stealing. That pitch into center field. That's going to be a base hit, and Bryce Harper's on with a single. So now 2 runners are on base. With only 1 out in the inning, McCutchen struck out. Segura reached first base in his at-bat, and then Bryce Harper just singled, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. This game getting all the more interesting right now. The Phillies so far this game have left 4 runners on base. That's not including this inning. Had a lot of runners in scoring position in the first and second innings as that pitch misses for ball 1. Then had another opportunity to score in the 6th inning, but Gene Segura got thrown out, and that really killed the rally after a couple singles. 1 out, runners on first and second. It's Harper on first, Segura on second. Hoskins at the plate facing Stammen. Pitch swung over and missed. It's 1-1. Very, very, very pivotal at bat in this game right now between the Phillies and the Padres. One count now to Hoskins. Pitch from Stammen. Swing and a miss on that slider that hung a little bit too far over the plate. Hoskins was just out in front of it, and the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kirby Yates and Aaron Loop still in the bullpen for the Padres. That pitch misses outside. Count is evened up now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch coming on the way. Slider swung over and missed. And that's out number 2. So McCutchen strikes out swinging. Segura reaches first base. And then Harper singles Segura over to second base. Then Hoskins strikes out for the second out of the inning. So now Harper on first base, Segura on second. And that's going to do it for Craig Stammen. Aaron Loop, the left-handed pitcher, coming in to pitch against JT Realmuto. Stammen still responsible for the runners on base. So Stammen pitches 2/3 of an inning, but is still responsible for the runners on, and Aaron Loop will face JT Realmuto. 2 outs, 2 on base. Pitch misses, ball 1. So Aaron Loop's come in the game, and this is a matchup move, believe it or not. JT Realmuto in 2018, 204 average against lefties with only 3 home runs of the 21 that he's hit. So that pitch misses for a ball. Against right-handers, Realmuto has a 298 average with 18 home runs. So the likelihood here is, by the numbers, that the left-hander Loop is the right way to go. Loop's the other setup man for the Padres. He was signed also for a deal this offseason. He had a 454 average in 59 games between Toronto and his former team, the Philadelphia Phillies. He was traded to the Phillies from Toronto last season. A diving stop by Hosmer at first, and he steps on the bag himself, and Realmuto is out to end the inning. Stammen's off the hook. No runs on 2 hits in the inning. No runs on 1 hit in the inning, 1 walk in the inning, and 2 left on base. We'll go to the 9th. It's Padres 1, Phillies 0.
Hitting off for San Diego. Center fielder number 33.
So standing into the box now is Franchy Cordero to start the 9th inning for the Padres, who have a 1-run lead over the Philadelphia Phillies. So the bullpen and the entire pitching staff that's made an appearance so far has really done well for this Padres team. Grounded to third base. That's a foul ball. So Cordero quickly down on the count, 0-2 after he attempted to bunt. Pitch on the way. Hector Neris gets a strikeout of Franchy Cordero for the first out of the inning. That was a good sinking pitch right there. It was obvious that Cordero was just trying to guess, and then his eyes must have lit up when he saw that pitch coming in hard, but Neris had a good sinker there. It dropped below the zone, and that's out number 1. Here's Austin Hedges, 1 out in the inning. Check swing, but it's called a strike. Austin Hedges 0 for 3 tonight. Flew out in the 7th, flew out to left in the 3rd, popped out to shortstop in the 4th, and then flew out to center back in the 6th. He's batting here in the 9th inning. Padres looking for some insurance heading into the 9th inning as that pitch is called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So right now, Hector Neris is in his 2nd inning of work. Aaron Nola finished his day, giving up only 1 run on 5 hits in 6 innings pitched. Adam Morgan came in for an inning, gave up no runs on 2 hits in 1 inning of work as that pitch is called a strike, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, number 8.
So Hector Neris has struck out 2 in this 9th inning, and that'll bring up Javi Guerra. Guerra's 2 for 2 tonight. He hit a couple singles and walked in this one so far. As for Craig Stammen and Aaron Loop on the Padres side, Craig Stammen was taken out in the middle of an inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up only 1 hit, and no runners that he put on scored, so he has no earned runs to his credit. So Stammen has put up a 0, and Aaron Loop put up a 0 through 1 innings. Kirby Yates is still in the bullpen, so it still might be out of the question that Loop will pitch the 9th inning. But as of right now, officially his stat line is that he's given up no runs through 1 inning, potentially more. Here's the 1-2 pitch now coming to Guerra. Called strike 3. Hector Neris has struck out the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 3 strikeouts by Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Hector Neris. To the 9th we go. Last chance for the Phillies. It's San Diego 1, Philadelphia 0. So coming out now is Andy Green. That's the manager of the San Diego Padres, and the only reason you'd have a meeting with an umpire is to discuss a double switch. Kirby Yates is coming into the game for the San Diego Padres. Yates is the closing pitcher for this Padres team.
Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number 27.
So the double switch looks like this. Kirby Yates comes in to pitch. He'll move into the 7th spot where Austin Hedges was. And moving into the number 9 spot now catching is Francisco Mejia. Yates comes set. He faces Odubel Herrera. First pitch grounded to shortstop. Guerra's there. Guerra's taking his time, throws to Hosmer, and that is a 1-pitch out to start the 9th inning for the Phillies.
Third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
So 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Michael Franco. Franco is 1 for 3 tonight. He had a single back in the 2nd inning. Other than that, he's flown out and grounded out in this one so far. That pitch misses, ball 1. So Kirby Yates on the mound in his age 31 season. He's played for a few teams. Played 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 1 season with the New York Yankees. Then a half a year with the Los Angeles Angels before getting traded over to the San Diego Padres. So with the Padres, he's entering his 2nd and a half season, if you want to be technical. But he had a 2.14 ERA last year with 12 saves in 65 appearances that he's made with the Padres as the closer. That pitch hit into center field for a base hit. Franco's on. Cordero throws it into the shortstop Guerra. And that'll stop play, but that's a leadoff, that's a 1-out single for Michael Franco here in this one. And that'll bring up Cesar Hernandez. Scott Kingery coming into pinch run now, so Michael Franco's night is over. Scott Kingery can play all infield positions, so I'll bet that they'll just leave him in if this game happens to go any further than the 9th inning. But Kingery's on first base now. Franco's day is over after being pinch run for after he singled for his 2nd hit of the evening. And Kirby Yates will now deal with Cesar Hernandez. Pitch out. Kingery not going anywhere. That's ball 1. So Nick Williams and Scott Kingery have been used off the bench. So the last 2 players left on the bench is backup catcher Andrew Knapp and outfielder Aaron Altherr for the Phillies. Pickoff attempt by Yates, no good. Back safely is Scott Kingery. 1-0 pitch, slide step. Line drive, caught by Manny Machado at third base. And that is a very athletic out number 2, and that saved a very dangerous situation the Padres could have been in. Machado got up there nicely, moved that long glove arm up into the air, caught that baseball. That's out number 2. So the last chance for the Philadelphia Phillies will come in the form of a pinch hitter. It's Aaron Altherr. Runner on first base in the form of Scott Kingery with 2 outs in the inning. Kirby Yates, slide step. That's a pitch out, ball 1. So far in this 9th inning, Odubel Herrera grounded out to shortstop to start the inning. Then Michael Franco singled. Cesar Hernandez just lined out to third base, and now Aaron Altherr with the last chance for the Phillies. Slide step, that pitch misses for ball 2. Altherr off the bench for the Phillies. Last year he had a 181 average with 8 home runs and 38 RBIs in 105 games that he appeared in. So that pitch missed. It's now 3 balls, no strikes on Aaron Altherr. That pitch called a strike. It's 3-1. Kirby Yates trying to work back from a 3-0 count and get this final out of the game and earn himself a save. Althair takes ball 4. Kingery advances to second on the play. And now the Padres in a little bit of trouble. You see Andy Green kind of pacing himself down there. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen doubled back in the first inning. He's been 0 for 3 after that. He's 1 for 4 total on the day. His last 2 at-bats have ended in strikeouts. McCutchen will bat here. It's Kingery on second base. It's Althair at first. Here's the pitch to McCutchen. Swing, fly ball, left field. Going back is Myers to the wall. He leaps. It's off the very top of the wall. Here comes here comes Althair. He scores. And the game is over. Andrew McCutchen hits a double off the top of the wall. Kingery scores. And Althair scores. And the game is over. Kirby Yates, blown save here. He left that pitch up in the zone for McCutchen. Hit that deep off the wall. I originally thought it was going to be out of here. Will Myers jumped. I thought he had it for a second, but he didn't. And you see Althair running around the bases, hustling, not stopping at all with 2 outs. And that's the ball game. Phillies beat the Padres in an exciting matchup here by a final score of 2-1. There's Andrew McCutchen there, 2 hits and 5 at-bats. Both he's credited with 2 doubles. He had a couple RBIs in this contest. And that was just an exciting matchup. That was just really exciting between two teams who had 2 big free agent pickups at the end of the year, but the Phillies ultimately prevail after losing out on several opportunities they had early. They come through in the 9th, the Phillies do, and the Philadelphia Phillies have won this game. So the final score line here from Citizens Bank Park, San Diego Padres win, the Philadelphia Phillies win by the final score of 2-1. San Diego Padres 1 run on 7 hits, no errors in this game, and then the Philadelphia Phillies 2 runs on 9 hits. You've been listening to a production of Major League Baseball here on MLB The Show 18. This is Nicholas Callas signing off from Citizens Bank Park. Once again, the final score here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the San Diego Padres by the final score of 2-1.
The Padres, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the